Hello and welcome to H. Greg Locks. Here I have a 2014 Mercedes-Benz E63 AMG. This car came with a clean Carfax report and it has 2 previous owners. What I'm going to do in this video for you is I'm going to show you around the car. We're going to take a look at it to see if there's any kind of damage, including scratches, dents, chips, or anything else. Here at H. Greg Locks, we want to be as transparent as possible and give you total peace of mind. So if there's anything you need to know about this car, we will let you know. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go panel by panel, checking out the vehicle, and we're going to go ahead and start right here with the front bumper. Let's take a look. Front bumper's looking good. What about the hood? And again, we just want to know if this car has any sort of damage, including scratches, dents, chips, or anything else. The hood seems to be in excellent condition. What about the driver's side, starting with this fender? Let's take a close look. Everything's looking good. What about the wheel? And this wheel is in perfect condition. There's no sign of curb rash or any other kind of damage. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the door panel. Again, we just want to know if there's any sort of damage. First door looks perfect. What about the second one? And this one is in perfect condition as well. And now we can move on right here to the fender. Again, we just want to know if there's any sort of damage. Looking good. What about the wheel? And just like the first one, this one is in perfect condition as well. Again, I'm not seeing any type of curb rash or any other kind of damage. Now we can go ahead and move on to the back. Looking good. Let's take a close look here. And right here in the rear bumper, we have 2 small scratches, as you can see on the screen. One right here, and the other one about right here. Let's now go ahead and take a look at this portion. Looking good. I'm not seeing any kind of damage. Now we can go ahead and move on to the passenger side. And we're going to start with this fender. And here in this fender, I notice a small chip right here, right next to the wheel. Everything else is looking good. Now to the wheel itself. And this wheel is in perfect condition. There's no sign of damage and there's no kind of curb rash. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the doors, starting with this one. Looks perfect. What about the second one? And this one is in perfect condition as well. Again, I'm not seeing any sort of damage. Now let's move on to the last fender in the front of the vehicle. And again, I'm not seeing any kind of damage. This fender's in excellent condition. What about the wheel? And I can safely say that all of the wheels of this car are in perfect condition. Let's now move on to the interior of the vehicle. And the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look at the seat. We want to know if there's any sort of damage, any type of wear and tear to the leather. And I do notice some wear and tear right here on the side. And on the other side as well, some scratches right on this side right here. And also some minor wear and tear right on this side as well. Now let's move on to the door panel. Again, we just want to know if there's any sort of damage to the leather or to any type of fabric or material. I'm not seeing anything at all. However, I do notice some minor scratches right here on the handle. You can barely notice them on the camera, but everything else seems to be in excellent condition. Let's now take a look at the other side of the vehicle, the passenger side, and we're gonna do the same thing. We're first gonna take a look at the seat, checking the leather, seeing if there's any sort of wear and tear, any sort of damage. Everything's looking good. The only thing I notice is just some very minor wear and tear right here on this side and along this side as well. But overall, this seat's in excellent condition. Now let's move on to the door panel. Once again, just like we did with the other side, we want to know if there's any sort of damage, anything at all. I'm not seeing any tears or any scratches to the leather. This door panel is in excellent condition as well. Now, something I do want to mention right now is that this car comes with an owner's manual, as you can see on the screen, and 2 sets of keys. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the back seats. Starting with this one on the right side of the vehicle. Looking good. I'm not seeing any sort of damage. What about the middle seat? Again, looks perfect. And now what about the last one here? Beautiful. Overall, the back seats are in perfect condition. Now with the car on, I want to show you a few things. The first of which is the mileage of this vehicle. As you can see in the middle of the dashboard, this car has 64,884 miles. The other thing I want to show you is that this car comes with a GPS system, as you can see right there on the screen. And very important as well, it comes with a backup camera. Alright, now let's go ahead and take a look at the steering wheel. We want to know if there's any sort of damage at all to the leather, to the fabric. And here I notice a scratch right here on the right side. Let's keep moving. Everything else is looking good. Perfect. What about the buttons? We want to know if there's any scratches on them. This side looks good. And this side looks good as well. Perfect. Now let's move on to the mid console. We want to know if there's any scratches to the screen, to the knobs, the buttons, or to anything else. And here in this panel, I notice a small chip right here on the left side, but everything else seems to be in excellent condition. Let's now take a look at the trunk of the car, and we just want to know if there's any type of wear and tear along the sides, along the back of the seats, or in the floor of the trunk. And as you can see, there's no signs of damage. This trunk is in excellent condition and very well kept. Before we finish off this video, let's take a look at the engine, and we just want to take a quick look. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to contact one of our representatives here at H. Greg Lux.